Yes,
So,
please.
hello everyone. Today my topic of presentation is ocular myasthenia gravis mimicking as the monocular elevation deficit. And this slide is not. So, a 28-year male presented with the double vision since 5 months to start with the intermittent diplopia, which was persistent during the presentation. And the diplopia was more pronounced in the off gaze, but it was not associated with any fever, headache, weakness, body weakness, or vomiting or vertigo. Past history and family history was not in suggestive. General examination and systemic examination were absolutely normal. And on ocular examination, there was left eye elevation deficit, and while the right eye was absolutely normal. And this is the first presentation, and it is showing there is mild ptosis in the primary position, and there is elevation deficit in the off gaze and in both dextro elevation and the levo elevation. We did the eye spec test, Kogan lead twitch sign and the fatigability, which came which was negative, and our provisional diagnosis was either acquired monocular elevation deficit or myopathic disease. And we did the investigation for, like MRI brain to rule out the intraocular pathology and anti-acetylcholinesterase antibodies. The patient presented to us after 5 months, where the eye spec test and MRI was become normal, and our final diagnosis was ocular myasthenia gravis. In investigation, the anti-acetylcholinesterase antibodies was significant, and we opined for the neurology opinion, where the single fiber electromyography was positive. So OMG is a great mimicker of any extraocular muscle disorder. Management of the OMG include systemic steroid, and management should be done in collaboration with the neurologist, and the reported literature of OMG mimicking elevation deficit was sparse. So thorough evaluation of the squint is utmost important, and strong suspicion helps in the diagnosis of the OMG and avoids unnecessary surgical interventions.
Thank you, Dr. Mona Lisa, for finishing on time. In fact, before time.
Ma'am, this PPT actually what I gave them.
Okay, it's not the one. But finally, we got the message, what you are trying to say. So how commonly do you feel that you have confused myasthenia with some other entity? Because myasthenia definitely is a great mimicker.
Yes, ma'am. Myasthenia can mimic as like Brown syndrome. Another is.
Have you seen that? I'm not asking. I'm asking about your experience.
No, actually, this was a deficit in the elevation in abduction, but in Brown's it is.
So it was an acquired MED that presented. How did you suspect myasthenia?
Ma'am, in the second presentation, the patient has both bilateral ptosis and there is depression lag, and all the muscles are gradually getting involved.
Right. So the one is that, so what did you understand from the case? What's your take-home message for them?
Yeah, the take-home message is that ocular myasthenia gravis can mimic as any
yes.
Any
yes, you're right.
And also it can also present as a general systemic
variability in presentation. Right.
Yes.
So variability in presentation. Maybe one follow-up you might not see, patient might not give a clear-cut diurnal variation history many a times. But on regular follow-ups, you will see that sometimes, yes, you see that variability, ptosis. We have recently a young patient referred from neurology as a gaze palsy, but something was not fitting in. We didn't understand it's a gaze palsy, but ductions were also, I mean, the dolls was also affected. So how come it's a gaze palsy? We got the antibody tested and it was positive. So definitely, if you do not understand anything, please get it tested for myasthenia. So that's what we have understood. That's the dictum. Okay, thank you, Dr.